Hi, welcome to Daddykirbs Farm. Welcome to my orchard. It's winter and things aren't looking too good. Everything's brown and dead looking, but I do have these elderberries. These were planted in the orchard last year and I'd like to propagate them. I'd like to put some in other places. I think ideally these plants are probably not quite thick enough to be good for propagation, but it's all I have, so I'm going to try it out. On this stem right here, I wasn't sure if it was even alive after all that freeze that we got, so I just nipped the end of it off, and you can see that there's some green in there. That tells me that it's alive. So for this plant, I'm going to leave this little guy that's growing up right here and nip this one off. This might give us, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 that we can try to propagate. And I'm also going to nip this big one off right here. So we're going to go down to this end of the orchard. There's CoCo. And I'm going to put some of these in the ground. I had planted some elderberry here before, but right here in this spot they didn't make it. We're going to try again. Just to propagate these, I'll probably try 3 in this location and do some more down on the other end. I'm going to make a hole with my piece of rebar here. And this was the bottom part that I cut off. I'm just going to stick it right down in the bottom of the hole. And I'm going to leave right here these little buds. I'm going to leave a bud down here and a bud right here and cut it off. And just kind of mash that soil in there. And I'll do another one a couple inches away from it. That one's probably too little to grow, but I'll stick it in the ground just in case. So that gives me 3 possible new plants right here for these elderberry plants. I have another plant right here that I'm going to go ahead and nip a piece of it off so that I have another thicker piece to try to put down here. Just like that. Oh, look at this. I thought all the elderberry died right here, but I believe right there, that is elderberry. It sure is. Well, good. I'm going to go ahead and put another one right here. Just by putting that rebar in the ground and twirling it around, it gives me a place where I'm not forcing this down in too hard, possibly tearing the bottom of that up. I have another location back by the ducks where the swale and berm is. I'm going to try to put a few back there, so I'm going to cut some of these off of this plant that's doing okay right here. All of this is too little to propagate, so I'm going to leave that on there. That gives me, I don't know, maybe potentially 8 decent sized cuttings. I just changed my mind. I think I'm going to keep all the elderberries up here in the orchard area. So right here where my grape arbor is and this little berm, I'm going to put some of these on top of that berm right there. This berm is one that I tend to let go a little wild. I let it grow up and then I chop it and drop it to add mulch and nutrients back into this location. So these berries might look pretty surrounded by weeds later in the year, but every year I'll just come in here and cut it all down and lay it down. There are logs buried in this berm. This is a hugelkultur wood core berm. In this case, it's a good reason to use the rebar so I know that I can push down through, and I am hitting a log, but there it goes past it. So those logs are getting soft down in there. I'll probably space these out a little more right down the top of this berm. Every couple feet. If this doesn't work out like I hope it does or hope it should, then I may have to wait till next year when those plants have a little more opportunity to put out bigger stems, because it'll be in the second year of growth. But you can't hurt trying. You can't hurt just cutting, pruning, encouraging a little bit of extra root growth over there, and then maybe getting another plant from those cuttings. And one more. My life as a husband, father, YouTube creator, farm keeper, animal keeper gets to be pretty crazy. If you want something that's going to help slow you down, watch one of these guys graze for an hour or two. That'll give you some time to reflect on a few projects and things going on in your life. I'm glad I had the opportunity today to come up in the orchard and recognize that it was a decent day to go ahead and cut those elderberries so that we can start propagating those. Hopefully it works out and just get that project done. Thank you so much for joining me here on the Daddykirbs farm. I truly enjoy sharing this journey with you. If you would share this video with your friends and family, I would consider that a compliment and a gift. Thanks again for watching. I'll talk to you soon.